Page 32, Rowing on a Stormy Sea. Now they're introducing some more Italian words for you, and it really is important that you remember all this junk. So please feel free occasionally when you're starting to forget or things, go back and review it. Go back over it again and again and again. Just don't think you can zip through the book and you've got it all unless you've got a photographic memory. You really need to review it, because now we're adding some more Italian words. The first one is accelerando, which means to gradually speed up. Usually doesn't tell you how much to speed up, but you speed up, okay. The second one is a tempo, which means to go back to the speed you were going before you changed it. You might change it from a retardando, you might slow down, and then an a tempo would tell you to take off again. That would be, you go to the speed you were going before you did the retardando. Well, same thing with an accelerando. An accelerando, you would speed up, but you might get an a tempo later that tells you go back to the tempo you were going before you sped up. It's a little confusing because it does not mean go back to the first tempo at the beginning. That's a different term. So be careful, because a piece can change speeds throughout the piece. And you have to be careful of the instruction. A tempo is just go back to what you were doing before you changed it. That's it. And the stuff we're doing, it would be the same as at the beginning because we're not changing tempos too much yet. But it doesn't have to be. Let's look this mess over and see what we got. We got 2 pages here. Treble and bass clef, 4/4 time signature, and we got all kinds of accidentals. Mostly A flats and D flats as near as I can tell. Hands are moving around a little bit. I want to take it one hand at a time, make sure we understand what each hand is doing, and then we'll try and put the hands together. So at the beginning, the right hand, you have this F, we're in an F pentascale F minor here, and the left hand is going to play the D flat. See the left hand over thing, D flat. So really all the right hand is doing the first line is playing these chords. And then in measure 5, you come down so that you're here. So second finger's here. So you're kind of in this position, but you're here. And you're playing some D flats. Okay. And then in measure 9, you gotta come back up here. We got rest, you got time. And then here. Measure 17, you're here, just A flat, B flat. Okay, that's it. Left hand, well at the beginning, let's say the left hand is playing the D flat in the first line, and then comes down here to this, the F minor chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then the half notes. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then the chord again. Measure 10, it's a G and a C, and then an A flat and a C, and that's tied for 2 measures. And measure 17 is, you're playing the same notes, note names as you're doing in the right hand, but you're using different fingers sometimes. So you're doing that. And then in the last couple lines or so, the left hand is playing the D flats, wherever it is. And then the last 2 measures, well, the right hand is playing the next to the last measure, and then you get that last F. It's an F. It's here, except it has an 8V8 under it. So you go down an octave. Not here, you go here. If you have a short keyboard, you don't have the note, play the lowest F you have. That's close enough. Put the hands together, and what do we get? Well, we're here, and then the D flat. Just leave your hand here. Just leave the left hands here. Now you can bring the left hand down and get ready to go. And as you play this note in the left hand, you're going to move the right hand here. So you're ready to go. Measure 9, it's here. See, the first 2 lines are introduction. You see the double bars at the end of the second line? That's all introduction. It sets the mood of the storm, I guess. Now the song actually starts. I'm connecting everything I can for now. Okay, let's go to measure 17. You're playing the same note names, it's just different fingers. So get the idea? Okay, let's go down to measure 26. It's here, the right hand's doing that D flat, and then the right hand comes up here, and then the left hand does a D flat, and the last line, the notes are here, but it has an ABA over it, so you're going to come up here, and you just keep doing that. And then the last note, remember, was way down here. So work out the notes and the rhythms. And when you're comfortable with it, you get rid of the hesitation. So we'll think about the articulation. They don't give you a lot until you get to measure 7, you get accents. Play that a little louder. Don't know why you need an accent on that note. It's already loud, so whatever. And it has a natural accent. The first beat of the measure is a natural accent, so you're going to get it anyway. But then starting measure 9, you got slurs. Now this is a 2-note slur with a staccato. Now we do staccato. Lift up. After the half note, lift up. See? Measure 17, you're connecting in a tune. These are phrases. They're musical thoughts. Can you tell the thing? It's complete. Lift up. Measure 25. You all accented. Play them a little louder. So you can put in the articulation, and then we'll think about the dynamics. Moderately loud is going to be to both hands. Whatever you think mezzo forte or sort of loud is. And then they want you to go up to loud with accents. Yeah. You can go up to loud, you don't need the accent. They just want it louder than the first part, because if I go up to loud with accents, I go up to very loud. The accents take it up. So in my opinion, the accents are simply not needed. We're just going to be louder than the first 2 measures. And then your soft measure 5, and you're going to go up to loud for measure 7. Don't get loud till measure 7. So take your time. You're soft, a little loud. Right there. So you have to plan that out. Then you come down to moderately soft in the right hand. Or moderately loud, excuse me. Like you were the first measure. The left hand needs to be in the background. And you're staying in the moderately loud area until measure 17. With forte, you go up to loud. This is the right hand. The left hand is playing the same note names, but in my opinion, that's not melody. It's harmony. Keep it in the background. And then go down. Go down about a moderately loud here. Then back up to loud again. Down to moderately loud. And stay at moderately loud in the right hand for measure 21. Keep the left hand out of the way. And then measure 25, you get accents and loud again. I disagree with that. I would just play them loud. You don't need the accents. If accents on a forte makes it very loud. You don't need to be very loud here, just loud. And so forth. And then on measure 29, you come down to moderately loud. And you're going to go up to loud. Now, there's not a lot of difference between moderately loud and loud. So plan it out. Stay pretty much moderately loud at first. A little louder. There. You want that note to be louder than any of the quarter notes. And then the same loudness here. Now, a little bit about pianos. As you go up the keyboard, it's easier to play softly and harder to play loud. As you go down the keyboard, it's easier to play loud and harder to play soft. So when you get these extreme like this, here and here, and they're both basically supposed to be the same dynamic, you're going to find you got to play up here louder, more weight than here in order to get them to sound the same. And don't stiffen up on the wrist here. You come down and collapse the wrist a little bit. I'm just using a lot of weight. Just boom. But I'm pushing this one down at hard, and I'm pushing this one down almost a medium hard. and it'll sound the same as that. So, yeah. You have to adjust to the sounds you're getting and the piano you're using, because different pianos are slightly different. You can't always play it exactly the same way on every single piano and have it come out the same. It won't. Then finally the speed. Well, allegro means fast, but it's the overall feel. And I would go in and it's, where is the melody? Here? That, you want that fast? And that would be the speed that I would take it. But it has to be accurate. So don't go faster than accurate. Now on top of all that mess, they've added pedal. I like it without pedal, but let's examine what the pedal is doing here. Basically, it's smearing it together and adding overtones. It's for effect. That's all it is. So I'm going to push the notes down first and then the pedal at the beginning. And I'm going to hold the pedal down all the way up to measure 7. And right when I play the C, I'll measure 7, I'll lift the pedal up right there. Okay. And then at the end, measure 25 again. Now here, because it's loud, I can push the pedal down with the note if I wanted. I'm going to hold the note down all the way to the end. When that hand comes up, the pedal comes up with it. Because the right hand already came up. The right hand is resting at the end, you know. Okay. Now that's the pedal. So if you like pedal, if you like the effect, use it. The speed, let's get into this accelerando and retardando stuff. Again, it's interpretation. You see, I'll measure 23, there's a retardando to slow down. And then I'll measure 25, you get the alt tempo. That means resume the speed you were going before you slowed down. So it's just... And then the last line, you get the accelerando, and they spelled it out all the way across. Don't need that. They could have just put accelerando and measure 29 in that. You just do it. But this is fine. You want to stretch it out. And you just gradually speed up. I don't know how much to speed up. You speed up. But keep it under control. So you start out a measure 29 at your speed. And you just speed up. And you're still going that speed on the whole notes. So those whole notes at the end are not going to last very long. Yeah, they're not going to last very long because you're going so fast. I prefer this without pedal. If you want to do the pedal, you go ahead. Now, some of you may recognize the tune, the melody. They've adjusted it. It's a variation. It's lightly row, which is in a lot of method books. But this is a Stormy thing, so they put it in minor, and because lightly row. Lightly row. We get that a lot. Well, this is lightly row, but in a minor feel to it. Let's do it very slowly together to double check our notes and rhythms. I'm not going to use the pedal because I want you to hear the notes. So I'll give us 4 counts. I'm not going to do any dynamics either. I'm just playing the notes. I will do the staccatos though. I'll do those. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 3, 4. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3,